Says I'm live. All righty, let's get everything in order here. Okay. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for June 20th. June 20th is the 171st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 172nd in leap years, with 194 days remaining to the end of the year. In the Northern Hemisphere, this date, the summer solstice sometimes occurs on this date, as it does in 2021, while the winter solstice occurs in the Southern Hemisphere. The summer solstice 2021 in the Northern Hemisphere will be at 10:31 p.m. today, Sunday, June 20th, Central Time. So, what is solstice anyway? We'll let it be our word for today, solstice. Solstice is a noun that means the day or time twice a year that the sun reaches its maximum or minimum declination, marked by the longest and shortest days, usually around June 21st and December 22nd. At the summer solstice, the sun travels the longest path through the sky, and that day, therefore, has the most daylight. When the summer solstice happens in the Northern Hemisphere, the North Pole is tilted at about 23.4 degrees, actually 23.27, 23 degrees and 27. Is that minutes? I need to get up on my terminology. Anyway, about 23.4 degrees towards the sun. 6 months later, the South Pole is inclined about 23.4 degrees towards the sun. The word solstice comes to us from Middle English, Old French before that, and ultimately from Latin words that mean sun and stopped or stationary. So it's like the sun is still up that away. And with that, we'll start on June 20th, 1819, when a U.S. vessel called the SS Savannah arrived at Liverpool in the United Kingdom. This is significant because it was the first steam-propelled vessel to cross the Atlantic. That said, it did make most of the voyage under sail. Baby steps. Got to start somewhere, right? On June 20th, 1837, Victoria became Queen of England. Became Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland at the age of 18, at the tender age of 18. She was actually fifth in line of succession to the throne when she was born. One by one, those before her in that line of succession died, eventually making Victoria the heir presumptive. Since she was still underage, my heir presumptive, that means she's next. Since she was still underage when she became heir presumptive, an act was passed to allow for her mother to act as regent until Victoria came of age, should King William IV die before Victoria turned 18. He had a tendency to informality, King William IV did. This endeared him to his subjects. He seemed more like a regular guy. He also said out loud that he wanted to live until Victoria's 18th birthday so that a regency could be avoided. I don't know this, but I get the impression he wasn't that wild about Victoria's mother. Anyway, sure enough, Victoria turned 18 on May 24th of 1830. We are talking about 1837. Yeah, 1837. And then today, on June 20th, 1837, King William IV died of cardiac failure, also known as a heart attack. He was 71, and Victoria then became queen. She'd led a pretty sheltered life up to that time, so even though she was 18, it was probably a bit like being a little girl, but there you go. She turned out to be a pretty decent monarch. Moving forward, June 20th has been a good day for communications in that Samuel Morse received his patent for the telegraph on June 20th, 1840, and Alexander Graham Bell installed the world's first commercial telephone service in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada on June 20th, 1877. Lizzie Borden was acquitted for the murders of her father and stepmother on June 20th, 1893. And you might remember that day before yesterday, the Empress Dowager Cixi of China had ordered all foreigners to be killed, including foreign diplomats and their families. That was day before yesterday on June 18th, 1900. And today, 2 days later, on June 20th, 1900, the Imperial Chinese Army began a 55-day siege of an area called the Beijing Legation Quarter in Beijing, China, where many foreign diplomats and their families lived. This event was part of what came to be known as the Boxer Rebellion. A race riot broke out in Detroit on June 20th, 1943. It would go on for 3 more days. The movie Jaws was released in the United States. It went on to become the highest grossing film of that time and started a trend of films known as summer blockbusters. Oh, darn, I forgot to put the date on there. Doggone it, Jaws. When was the movie Jaws released?
Which one?
That one.
Jaws was released June 20th, 1975.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry about that. I forgot to write the year on there. All righty. The movie Jaws was released in the United States on June 20th, 1975. That's my research assistant over there, one of them. There were a bunch of birthdays today, including one of my granddaughters, Mira. Happy birthday, Mira. I don't know when you'll get to see this video, but happy birthday on your birthday. Other than that, that is all I have for you all today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. As always, links to my sources are included in the show notes below. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Now, looky here. When I checked this morning, it says 599 subscribers. So I better get on the stick getting that 600 subscriber special video ready. All righty. Let's see here. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Now we go look for the thank you very much button. Have a beautiful day.